That was so good.
You seriously think so?
That was like the best romantic comedy.
Oh my
They're
God.
so cute.
Are you kidding me? He's a complete meathead.
He was so romantic. Did you see the way that he gave her flowers and treated?
Emma and Bella's story in You'll Never Go Back opens with an intimate but ordinary moment. Two close friends curled up on the couch watching a romantic comedy together. The kind of scene most viewers recognize immediately as a trope of closeness, domesticity, and shared experience. Emma is engrossed by the movie's traditional boy meets girl storyline, while Bella watches with a more critical and even skeptical eye, which is an early hint of the story's central tension. When Emma gushes about the male lead's romantic gestures, Bella pokes fun at her, challenging the assumption that romance is automatically tied to heterosexual couples. Bella's teasing about how women smell nice and have soft skin is playful but also radical in its way, because it dares to articulate desire in a space where it's usually assumed that male-female attraction is the default. Emma's flustered response, acknowledging that women are lovely, but not for her, captures a classic moment of denial and defense many people experience when they're questioned about their orientation, or when they've never really allowed themselves to consider alternatives. The key turning point comes when Bella directly challenges Emma's assumption about herself. Has she even kissed a woman? Emma admits she has, but that her world didn't change because of it. This detail matters because it underlines a very real phenomenon in LGBTQ narratives where first experiences don't always match the high expectations or cultural stereotypes built around them. Bella's next step, daring Emma to kiss her, is framed as a playful dare but also as an act of testing the limits of friendship and attraction. Emma's protestations, claiming that even if she kisses Bella it won't make her a lesbian, echo a widespread cultural fear of crossing over from one identity to another, as if a single experience could define a person permanently. When Emma finally gives in and kisses Bella, the initial kiss functions as a revelation, not because it instantly changes Emma's orientation, but because it destabilizes the rigid boundaries she had drawn between herself and the possibility of loving women. The second kiss, which Emma gives much more quickly, signals an even deeper shift, the move from resisting to exploring, from denying to allowing. Soon Emma is surrendering not to Bella personally, but to an entire realm of feeling and possibility she had kept locked away, and by the end of the scene, the viewer is left with the understanding that Emma's ideas about romance, attraction, and selfhood will never be the same again. This is where the title You'll Never Go Back resonates on a symbolic level. It's not just about Emma's relationship with Bella, but about the irreversible process of self-discovery once one's assumptions are challenged. From an LGBTQ cultural standpoint, this scene taps directly into several real-life experiences that lesbians and bisexual women frequently describe. The trope of the just friends dynamic turning romantic echoes many coming-out narratives where intense same-gender friendships become the first safe space to explore attraction. The framing of the kiss as a dare or a playful challenge also mirrors the way that many women first cross boundaries in situations coded as experimentation, games, or party dares, because those contexts offer plausible deniability in heteronormative settings. For lesbians watching, Emma's journey can feel like a mirror of their own. The awkward denial, the insistence that it's not for me, the tentative first experiences, and then the slow realization that attraction to women is not only real but potentially more emotionally fulfilling than what they had with men. For straight women, the scene can still be relatable on a different level, because it's fundamentally about two friends testing boundaries, rethinking assumptions, and discovering new sides of themselves, which are universal themes. The discomfort Emma feels, followed by the relief and exhilaration of honesty, can resonate with anyone who has stepped outside their comfort zone and found authenticity waiting there. The movie also addresses, even implicitly, why society often resists images of women loving women. Part of the resistance is rooted in entrenched gender roles. Patriarchal cultures often sexualize lesbianism for male pleasure but recoil from authentic depictions of intimacy between women that exclude men entirely. This discomfort is tied to power. If women can find fulfillment, romance, and even sexual self-realization without men, it challenges the structures that position heterosexuality as the only legitimate or aspirational norm. By showing Emma shifting her gaze from the male hero of a rom-com to the very real woman sitting next to her, the film literally and symbolically recenters desire away from the male gaze. That is a powerful act. Additionally, the film challenges the cultural script that experimentation with same-sex attraction is trivial or a phase. Instead, it presents Emma's experience as transformative and deeply felt. Another important aspect of the scene is how it humanizes the process of questioning and discovering one's orientation. Instead of framing Emma as suddenly turning gay, it shows a continuum of feelings and choices, which aligns with many contemporary understandings of sexuality as fluid rather than fixed. This approach can be validating for viewers who do not see themselves represented in rigid categories, and who may have had similar journeys of gradual self-discovery. In terms of broader LGBTQ culture, the dynamic between Emma and Bella also highlights the ongoing tension between visibility and invisibility. Bella is openly enthusiastic about women and clearly comfortable teasing Emma, whereas Emma is closeted even to herself. This reflects a common generational or experiential gap within the LGBTQ community, where those who have already come out or accepted themselves sometimes forget how scary it is for someone still in denial. By dramatizing that tension, the film encourages empathy on both sides. Women who have never felt same-sex attraction can still connect with the scene through its portrayal of friendship, vulnerability, and the courage it takes to explore one's emotions honestly. Even the playful dare structure can resonate as a metaphor for any experience of stepping into the unknown, with the support or pressure of a trusted friend. The question of why society hates seeing two girls in love is complex, but You'll Never Go Back offers a subtle answer. It's less about hate and more about fear. Fear of disrupting traditional gender hierarchies, fear of losing control over women's bodies and desires, and fear of narratives that center women's intimacy without reference to men. This fear translates into censorship, invisibility, and stereotyping, which is why positive or complex depictions of lesbian attraction remain so important. By the end of the scene, Emma's experience can be read as a small-scale act of liberation. It's not just about kissing Bella, but about reclaiming her own agency over who she desires and how she defines herself. This matters in a broader sense, because representation of such moments can inspire real-life viewers to question their own assumptions, feel less alone in their curiosity, or simply empathize with those whose experiences differ from their own. The film also plays with genre conventions by taking a classic rom-com setup, two friends on a couch watching a movie, and turning it into a coming-of-age, coming-out moment. This twist mirrors the way many LGBTQ people repurpose cultural scripts to fit their own lives. In conclusion, You'll Never Go Back uses a deceptively simple scenario: friends, a movie night, a dare, to explore deep questions about identity, attraction, and societal norms. Its power lies in showing how intimacy and self-discovery can grow out of ordinary settings, and how a single act of honesty can catalyze a profound shift in self-understanding. Lesbians relate to this scene because it mirrors their own journeys. Women in general can relate because it depicts the courage to challenge internalized norms and open oneself to new experiences. And society's discomfort with two girls in love is a reminder of how far we still have to go in embracing authentic, unfiltered depictions of female desire. By centering Emma's shift from passive rom-com consumer to active participant in her own romantic awakening, the film makes a subtle but powerful statement. Once you experience the truth of who you are and what you want, you really